I know.
They wrote me off and I ain't like that, so I'ma fight that. The bad man back. Right when you thought that it was safe to relax, you gotta scratch that. The bad man back. Hills with me for real, they right here where I'm at. They know I like that. The bad man back. Right when you thought.
All right, man, it's the Big Lac Show. It's your boy Big Lac. Today we have Miss Mia Williams in studio. How you doing, Miss Williams?
I am well. How about yourself?
I'm doing awesome myself. Why do some people say well and good? You know why?
I say well because I am well by the grace of God.
Okay. I had an old lady I worked with, and she used to say, I'm well. And she asked me, I said, I'm good. She said, no, say you're well. And it led me down this rabbit hole of why people say either or, because either or is acceptable.
Mhm.
But good is a moral thing. I'm good, like as I'm good or evil. Well is a mental or health thing. So next time I saw her, she said, what'd I tell you? I said, well, you can say either or. It's not, she thought it was a grammar thing. That's why she was saying she was well, but you can say either or. Sorry, I go on tangents. I apologize. Do me a favor. Let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
Go ahead. Talk. Tell me where you come from.
Okay. Well, I am Mia Williams, and I am from Indiana, South Bend, Indiana. And I come from a family of 8. I am the oldest. I have 8 sisters and 2 brothers. I moved to Georgia years ago, back in '85, to pursue my modeling career. I came down to visit one time, and I fell in love with the weather. I fell in love with everything. Coming from a small town, and then you come to visit Atlanta, and you're like, wow. So I was determined when I graduated from school, I was moving to Georgia, and that's exactly what I did. So moving forward, I started going to model calls, and things just wasn't working out. Didn't know why, but I kept pursuing my modeling career, because coming up years ago, people used to always say, "Oh, you should be a model. You should be a model," and that's what I wanted to do. 2 things: I wanted to be a model and a nurse. Now, I never pursued my nursing career, but I am in the healthcare field. So, every time I go to a model call, something went wrong, or I get there and it didn't feel right. And I was like, okay, well, it's not for me. So one time I saw a ad in the newspaper that they were looking for models. And so what I did was I put on one of my funkiest outfit, bell-bottom sleeves and my bell-bottom jeans. And I went to this model call by myself. I was nervous, but I was determined to be noticed. And so as I walked in, I saw a lady, she was pointing at me. And I was like, okay, this may be my time. So they did reach out to me, and I'll never forget her name. Her name was Elena Mulkey. And I went and I did the T-walk, interview, everything, and was excited. And she was like, I have to have you. I have to put you out there. It's going to work. So I was like, okay. So we talked about percentage, everything, and me traveling. And all of a sudden, I started not to feel good. Oh my God, my stomach hurt. I'm not feeling good. Feeling kind of nauseous. So finally, 2 weeks went by, and I was like, enough. Let me go to the doctor. So I scheduled an appointment, went to my doctor, and guess what they told me? Congratulations, you're 7.5 weeks pregnant. And when the nurse told me that, I looked her dead in her eye. I said, you do not understand. And she was like, what is it to understand? This is a happy moment. I'm like, no, ma'am. I am here in Georgia to pursue my modeling career. And now you're telling me I'm 7.5 weeks pregnant. And I cried like a baby. And then I said, well, okay, Lord, this is not my time. So I accepted. I give up. I'm not going to try again. That's it. That's it. And so years went by. Me and my husband, we got married, and years went by. And one day I was at work, and I heard somebody was talking about a fashion show, and they was like, you ought to go for it. And so the lady actually reached out to me, and she was like, I would love for you to, walk in my show, and I was like, yeah, no, I don't think so. It's not my time, but thank you. I'm moving forward. And so my coworker with her nosy self, she walks around the corner and she was like, what do you got to lose? And I was like, I've been there, done that. I'm over it. I'm a mother, wife. That's what God wanted me to be. I accept it. And so then she kept talking to me, and I thought about it some more. And I was like, you know what, you're right. So I called her back, asked her what was the stipulations and everything. And so my very first show in 2016 was with Kayla Boutique in Marietta, Georgia. And it's just like after that, it's just skyrocketed. I work with different designers, went to New York Fashion Week, with V Dinks. And I've just been in tons of fashion shows. Love it.
Okay, I guess that's time for me to start asking questions.
Yeah.
So, how was it growing up in South Bend?
It's a small town. Everybody know everybody, which was a good thing. Was very popular in high school, but I knew coming up that I did not want to make that my permanent home. So, like I said, when I came and visited Georgia, I fell in love with it, and I was determined.
What part of Georgia you originally came to?
Marietta.
Okay.
I came down here and the weather was warm, because
Why do people that are transplants? Are you from Indiana also? You from Louisiana? Why do people that are transplants call all of Georgia instead of saying the city? Instead of saying I came to Decatur. Y'all call everything Georgia. And it's it's all different, right?
Yeah, but it was Georgia to me. All of it. It was Georgia. I mean, granted, it was Marietta, Georgia.
Yeah.
But I got a chance to see downtown Atlanta. It's just, and it seemed like everyone that migrates from South Bend, they migrate to Decatur. But I was determined to stay in Marietta, and I just fell in love with it. And I was like, I'm going to move there and pursue my career, and that's what I did.
I met you a couple of times, and both were at FATS events. Are you a part of one of these modeling stables that are based in the city?
For FATS, I am one of his brand ambassadors.
So you're not part of one of the face-to-face and none of that stuff?
No.
So you don't believe in all that click stuff, huh?
No.
Why are you looking at me like that? I didn't do nothing. I'm the man asking.
I don't believe in clicks. I hate clicks. I was not in the clique when I was in high school. I stand on my own. I don't need a clique. I don't need a bunch of people around me to make me a successful. I got me.
So you don't see the advantages of maybe being a part of an organization?
I see it. Yeah, I see it. I do see it. But if you're not part of this clique or that clique, you don't exist.
Well, FATS tend to bring all y'all together.
Yeah.
He tend to negate that BS when let's get off that. So how many kids do you have? You hear me?
2. I have 2. We have 2.
I was saying you act like you didn't want to answer that question. Nigga, you get too deep.
Said.
Like,
I'm like, what did you say?
you answered the wrong question. Don't be asking me about my family, bro.
We actually have two young adults. We have a son, he's 27, and a 22-year-old daughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do they do modeling type stuff? Or?
No. They're both graduates of Kennesaw State University.
Congratulations.
They're actually nerds. And it's okay. They're good nerds. They're real smart, intelligent, good nerds. But at one point, my daughter used to always say, Mom, I want to model. What can we do? But at the time, she was in, middle school. And I was like, yeah, I'm not getting ready to do that because she's in middle school, she's young, and she's bound to change her mind 1,000 times. And so, I was just waiting. And then, so finally she got into high school. No, she was like, oh, I don't never want to model. I don't never. And then, so when she actually came to one of the fashion shows and saw, she, was able to see what I had to go through, she was like, I don't ever want to do it. She said, I don't know how you do it. Mm-hmm. I love it.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about starting your own stable?
No.
Why not?
At one point I did, but then I was like, everything that goes into it, It's a lot. However, I sit back and I think, well, I do have the industry. I have everybody in the industry that could help me get me started. But mm-mm.
When you got to Atlanta, well, Marietta, uh, since you've been here and since you've been modeling, what is the highest accolade you've achieved while being here? While modeling.
Well, I say the highest accolade is meeting my husband of 27 years.
That ain't got nothing to do with modeling. Keep him out of it.
Creating our children, but the highest accolade is I've been published 5 times. That was one of my goals, was to be published.
Which magazines?
Secure Entertainment. It's an iconic BBDUI magazine.
What is BBDUI?
Off the top of my head, it's a BB. I know BBDUI magazine.
What's that?
I know.
Do you know what that means? Why you all these secret codes and stuff?
I just go.
He said, "Let me look it up."
Right. I just go by BBDUI.
All right. So what's the other ones?
And iconic.
Iconic.
Yes.
You've been in another magazine.
I know. Not Shout Out Atlanta, but it's the what is it? They did an interview.
You've been in Combined magazine.
No.
Yes, you
I
have.
don't.
Yes, you have. You've been in my magazine, but I ain't gonna. You know what? We're gonna end this interview right now because
wait.
You disrespected me. You've been in my magazine. Yeah. You don't even know her.
No.
Yeah. David sent me some photos and you were in my magazine.
No one ever told me.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm upset.
Now you better be. Because it costs me money to do this stuff.
Oh, I'm upset.
And for you to just keep my name out of it, like, you know what? We ain't even friends no more.
If I'd known, I would have said it, but I didn't know.
Who's your favorite photographer?
Really?
I'm going to put you on the spot because you ain't say my magazine when you calling out all them other bum magazines. Not iconic because that's my homeboy. But
you said not iconic?
Yeah, not because that's my homeboy. That's my dude. So, but yeah, who's your favorite photographer?
I don't really have a favorite.
Yeah, you do.
I don't categorize favorite.
Who helps you be your best when you're in those sessions?
I'm sorry, I have to tell you, it is Von Donald.
Okay.
My God.
She better have said the right name.
It is Von Donald.
I got your back, Von.
He pushes me. He's making me doing things that he's pushing me out of my comfort zone.
That's the best way to get the art.
And I love it. First, when he was like, I set up an interview and I was like, oh my God, no, you didn't. No, sir, you did not.
He hit me. True story. He hit me a couple of weeks ago and he said, you need interviews? I said, no, not really. He said, I got somebody for you. I said, well, send him. And if he tell me to do it, I'm gonna do it. I trust him. I knew he wasn't gonna send me no crab cakes. So we got you in here. If modeling wasn't your passion, everybody has a second one. What's your second passion?
Nursing.
Nursing.
Yes.
You a nurse now?
No.
Oh.
No. I've always wanted to be a nurse when I was a younger child. And I think reason being is, as a child, I used to see when I was, with my mom, we go shopping, and I used to see the homeless people.
Yeah.
That's another passion. Is I get real passionate and sad when I see homeless people just, laying on the streets. And I used to start crying as a little girl, and my mom was like, "Why are you crying?" And I was like, "Because is there anything we can do? Can we give them some money? Can we give them some food?" And she, she's like, we can, but you can't help everybody. And so that's when I decided, I was like, I want to be a nurse because I want to take care of people. I want to, help the sick, help the needy, and even help my family members if they should get sick. So I never pursued it, but I am in the healthcare field.
Oh, that's what's up. So are you a part of any nonprofits that help homeless people or
not
anything
yet?
Like that?
No, not yet. But I will be.
I got some people I can probably patch you in with because that's down here in Atlanta. What you say you've been here since '85?
Yes.
So you remember in the 90s, we had a real bad homeless problem.
Yes.
When the Olympics were coming, they put them all on Greyhound buses and told them to go wherever they want to go.
Yeah.
Just send them all over the country. What do you... Time for the hard questions. You ready?
Okay.
Okay. What is the hardest thing you've had to deal with in your pursuit of this modeling thing?
The hardest thing I had to deal with in the modeling world?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say hardest.
Or person. Spill the tea.
I would say personal, and is when I first started, going to the model calls here in Georgia. Because I am a plus model, I'm not considered standard. So I have to, compete with the standard models. And I remember going to a model call, and they had a bunch of designers there, so we walk, do our walk and smile, pose, and whatever. So it was like after that, they started choosing the models. And when no one chose me, I was real bothered by that. And I was like, wow, everybody they chose was standard size models. And so I started thinking to myself, let me get in shape. Let me start working out too, so I can become a standard size model. And I was like, wait, that's not you. Be you, do you. And so I was really upset about that. I came home and I talked to my husband about it, and I was like, I just cannot believe that I wasn't chosen. None of the plus size models was chosen. It was all standard. And so it was like after that, I was just like, forget this industry, forget these so-called designers. I'm not doing this no more. And my husband, I have to say, he pep talked. He was like, wait a minute, this is your dream. This is something that you always wanted to do. Why let this one model call stop you from doing what you want to do?
That's right. That's what he's supposed to say, because he don't want you at home on Saturdays. He wants you out there modeling so he can watch TV in peace. I get it. You going to keep modeling because Saturday and Sunday is my day. Go out there and walk that runway. I was just joking.
No, but you're right about that. You are right.
He trying to get you out the house. How much money you need for your hair this week? Go and do what you gotta do. That's hilarious. Hey, but that's how we do it. That's how we do it. I'm gonna get you out of here on this question. I know that was a fast 20 minutes, huh? That was quick. Like, this is like a therapy session. You're gonna watch this video. You're gonna be like, I can't believe I said that. So.
Right.
So you've been doing this for, over 30 years.
Yeah.
Goodness.
And I started when I was, younger, but then I should say 2016 is when I actually really started. Okay. Right.
So we'll say 7 years.
Right.
So do you find it challenging being some of these models that you are competing with are standard and they're much younger? Do you ever find yourself going to these model calls or these casting calls and you just want to turn around and walk away? Be like, nah, I'm not even going to put myself through that. Or do you just push?
I push.
Okay.
I push. It's like, well, you here, so go out there and do your thing.
And hubby don't want me coming back home for a couple of hours.
It's all about you. Go out there and do your thing.
That's what's up, man. So do me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Give everybody all your social media where they can find you at. You have a website and that stuff. Hit us with it.
Okay, where you can find me on Facebook at Mia W. Period, and on Instagram it's just for Mia. I'm sorry, just Mia the model on Instagram. And for booking information, you can find me at secureentertainment@gmail.com.
What is Secure Entertainment? Is that your?
It's not mine. It is my manager, Von Donald.
Oh, that's something Von on. You shouldn't have plugged that. I wasn't plugging nothing for. I was just joking. It was it was a pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
I know that went by fast, but we try to encapsulate everything quickly.
Yeah.
And all that stuff.
That's cool. I appreciate it.
No,
I appreciate it.
I appreciate you. I know you said I was sitting in that waiting room for 30 minutes just for him to talk to me for 15. Don't punch me in the forehead. I go down easy. I'm a bleeder. Once again, we appreciate you coming through. This has been the Big LAC Show, man, with Miss Mia Williams and Mr. Williams. That's your last name, right? Because I don't want to get
Yes.
both of y'all punching me in the forehead.
Yes.
And we out, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.